Okay, so this story isn't about me, but about an old friend I used to talk to. But he mysteriously disappeared a few years ago, and I haven't heard from him since. I remember that I was in a call with him on Discord one time, and he told me this crazy story about his ex-girlfriend who was very controlling to him, and I thought I would just tell this story now. Before we get into this video, hit that like button. So, from what I remember, my friend, who I will call Anderson, told me that this story goes way back in 2013, during his high school years. It was just a normal day for Anderson, nothing out of the ordinary. Now, Anderson, he wasn't very smart. And what I mean is, sometimes he would get himself into a lot of trouble to where it almost got him expelled. But the situations weren't that bad, but yeah, he was a fucking dumbass. And there was this girl he met, and I'm going to call this person Tiffany. And from what I remember is Anderson told me that him and Tiffany got together after a bit of flirting and talking for like a month, and the relationship seemed alright and nothing went downhill. So yeah, they became a couple. Well, that is until 2 months later, it fell down hard. After about 2 months go by, Tiffany began to change and would start to act like a controlling bitch, because she would suddenly get jealous of people he was friends with or even hung out with. Even the friends Anderson had, some of them were female, and she didn't like that. She would want him to stop talking to his friends now that she was with her. And I mean all of his friends, like basically wanting him to only talk to her and no one else. Like, didn't want him to have a social life. But not only that, but she wanted him to let her see his phone just to check who he texts. And he has to tell her where he's at and when he was going out. Like, why the fuck would you want to know where he is all the time? That's clearly none of your business, and it's also like you think he was gonna do something when he's out. There was a lot of Anderson's friends that Tiffany didn't want him to hang out with, including this one friend that he was very close with. Now, from what I remember is that Anderson made this promise to his friend that he would never stop talking to her or forget about her, even if he's in a relationship. Because he said that his friend had lost a lot of people because they had partners, or they just straight up forgot about her to where she barely speaks to anyone but Anderson. Now, I'm not gonna lie, but when Anderson told me this, it kind of reminds me of when I made a similar promise to someone that I speak to a lot, and to this very day. Like, I still speak to this person all the time, so yeah. But for his girlfriend, she really didn't like that and wanted them to separate. And what happened next? Their relationship came to an end that quick. So the next few weeks, it was hell for Anderson, and he was close to just breaking up with Tiffany. He literally didn't like the whole shit she was making him do, and it did ruin some of his friendships. So it was just mentally draining him. So Anderson was with his friend, and she'll be called Sam for this. I know I keep using old names on this channel a lot. And these two were just hanging out as they always do. And this was in the cafeteria at school. Anderson wanted to have some free time to talk to Sam without any more problems from Tiffany. So he took the chance. Now, fast forward a few minutes later, from what Anderson told me is that he got a tap on his shoulder, and when he turned around to see who it was fucking Tiffany, standing there with her arms crossed, all angry. So Anderson says, "Oh, hey Tiffany." And then Tiffany says, "Don't hate me. Why the fuck have you been ignoring me?" And then Anderson replies back with, "Well, I thought I'd have some free time and spend time with my friend." And Anderson told me in the call that when Tiffany looked at Sam, she started to get angry and then said to him, "You mean your new girlfriend?" And then Anderson says, "What? Hell no, we're just friends." But it seems like this girl didn't listen, because Anderson told me that Tiffany didn't believe a single word he said and started accusing him of cheating to where it led to an argument. Anderson was literally trying to defend himself and explain about why he wanted to spend time with Sam. But Tiffany took it the wrong way and kept insulting him. And soon she said that he can no longer talk to Sam and that he would have to choose. Like, she was basically wanting him to not have any friends and only have her, which was a very shitty move. So she was like, it was either me or this stupid bitch here. And you know what Anderson did? Because she was making him isolate himself from his friends and that she wanted him to do this and control his life, he had enough of this girl and just told her to fuck off. He basically chose his best friend over his toxic ex-girlfriend because the last thing he would want is to just cut her off because Tiffany had a problem with her. And after this confrontation, everything just went back to normal for Anderson and he never talked to Tiffany again. And you're probably wondering what happened to Anderson after this story. Well, like I said before, I don't really know because I never heard from him again because he never came back on Discord or anywhere else. And I hope he's doing well for himself and he's not letting another situation like that come between him and his friends again. So yeah, that was the story about someone's ex-girlfriend trying to control his life. And the moral of this is, be sure to always spend time with your friends, not just your girlfriend or boyfriend. And if your partner has a problem with people you are friends with or doesn't want you speaking to them or helping them out with problems, then just tell them that's a you problem and just go be with your friend. But I want to know what you thought of this story and what Anderson told me, if you think one of these people were in the wrong or that Anderson was in the right to choose his friend. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Follow my Instagram and Twitter. I'm mostly active on Instagram nowadays since Twitter is being shit. Send me fan mail by going to my email in my About section or in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.